Hey there, everybody. So we're at an orthopedic massage conference out in Tempe, and I'm sitting with two massage legends. So please, guys, feel free to introduce yourselves. Who are you?
My name is Whitney Lowe. I've been a massage therapist for 26 years and primarily focusing on treating pain and injury problems with massage. That's been my primary passion over the years.
Wonderful. Cool,
Okay.
cool. And you, sir?
My name is Cody Salas. I've been doing body work for close to 10 years, and I combine orthopedic work and strength training, working mostly with athletes and injuries.
Excellent. Now I have to tell you guys, you want to know these two guys, okay? Look them up as soon as possible because they are just life-changing in the field of massage, which actually brings me to my first topic of discussion. Why massage therapy?
It's funny when with massage therapy. I always love to hear people's stories about how they got into this, and everybody seems to come into this from different places. Different life experiences bring them into this. I was actually a graduate student studying psychology when I got introduced to massage, and was also somewhat. This was back in about 1985, and was getting interested in some of the mind-body health things that were going on at that time. And I thought, I want to learn some more about the body. To integrate that with what I was learning in psychology. And I was actually kind of getting sort of burned out in graduate school at that time. I thought I needed a break, so I decided I was going to go to massage school and learn a little bit more about the body. And I got to massage school and was just so blown away by what is happening in this field with the capabilities of what massage therapy can do, and saw so many different avenues that could be pursued with what was capable of this particular modality or method of working with people, and never went back into my graduate program again because I was just sort of captivated by it, and have been doing that ever since. So I think we all get caught a different way, various different ways into the net or the web of it, so to speak.
Oh, that's awesome. That's moving. That's wonderful. How about yourself, sir?
Massage has been something that had been a part of my life as an athlete growing up, so I was not a stranger to it by any means, and it was something that had been in the back of my mind kind of on and off, but never really seized the opportunity. And then I was going to get my undergraduate degree, and in my later years I was doing a lot of psychology, and I was looking at a lot of neuroscience and the effects of exercise and health and movement on brain plasticity. And so I got really fascinated, kind of similar with that whole mind-body connection scenario. And then I actually just happened upon a one-day Saturday workshop that was just an intro workshop, basic Swedish massage kind of a thing, how to give your spouse or your friend a massage. And I'd been dealing with a chronic shoulder issue for years and years and years. And during one of the breaks, I was talking to one of the instructors about it, and she came up to me and said, "Oh yeah, why don't you take your shirt off, lie down?" And she just did some big, nasty, mean stretches, and in 2-3 minutes, I stood up and had more relief than I'd had from any other practitioner ever. And so I said to myself, wow, this is meaningful. I want to do something along these lines.
That's awesome. Very cool. And so many stories out there where it was that one life-changing moment where, I mean, it's sent you into something else to change that many more lives on top of it.
Yeah. I think that's a fascinating aspect of what we do, and I hear this story from massage therapists a lot, and I certainly have felt the same ways that, and many of them don't get into it really realizing this is the case, but you walk into a treatment room with somebody, and just with what you do with your hands, you often change people's lives dramatically. Nothing other than what you're doing with your hands, and that's incredibly powerful, incredibly powerful.
Absolutely. Now that being said, because all three of us have experienced that feeling before. We've all experienced that change with somebody, that existential experience as it's called. Now let me ask, why is it massage? In your opinion, why isn't massage more popular? Why isn't it driven even more? I mean, why are there so many other different Western therapies out there that people are more drawn to? What do you guys think about this?
I personally think a lot of this has to do with looking at the roots of academia and where massage is taught and how it's done. We are a little bit of a unique profession in that we are kind of schizophrenic. Because on the one hand, we are a personal care service, and this is the massage that's done on the spas, the cruise ships, the places where it's really just about relaxation and stress reduction. And that's not really so much a healthcare practice. We are, on the other hand, massage that's done in a healthcare environment or to address some type of compromised health condition. And that is a completely different ballgame. And as a profession, we have not really sort of gotten together with who we are and how to deal with this split personality. And that's one of the things that I think has kept us from being more deeply integrated into the traditional healthcare system in this country, is that we still kind of have an identity crisis that we're working our way through in our youth as a profession.
I think in addition to that as well, especially with modern medicine, is so much emphasis is placed on empirical research findings, and up until not too long ago, there wasn't a whole lot of information there. And as more findings and more research is being done showing the efficacy of massage therapy as a healthcare modality, you see more money going towards research, you see more findings, and as that happens, I think there's going to be a stronger adoption into kind of modern practice.
Absolutely. And what was the number we gave earlier? Something like 20 or 30 years for
Roughly
a study?
20 years for the time from time that research is done in the clinical environment until it makes it into the clinical environment is sort of an average period of time. So,
Wow.
And as Justin was saying, we have a real scarcity of research to begin with, and then for the time for that to make it into clinical practice, we're talking about a long time for those things to really happen.
So many different factors with that diffusion there
Mhm.
and the actual evidence that's happening.
Yeah.
That's great. Actually, not great. It's great that it's being seen and that we're aware of it nowadays.
Steps are being made.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the best part about it.
And I think one of the other facets of this, too, that plays into this, and we're dealing with this in both traditional Western medicine and also in alternative, complementary and alternative healthcare, is that a lot of healthcare professionals tend to work and live sort of in silos. They work in their own environment. They don't know a lot about what goes on in other professions, and we have to grapple with that difficulty of telling and educating other people about what we do and helping them learn about what we do. And I think we're now seeing there's a lot more emphasis in the healthcare system about integrative practice and what's called interprofessional education, which is learning about what other professions do and learning what those other people are about. And that will really help us grow in that direction eventually, I think.
And I think we have to grow in that direction.
Mhm.
I mean, we're holistic body workers.
Yeah.
We see the body as a whole. You can't just shut off one part.
Yeah.
In fact, it's probably the biggest issue that we run into
Mhm.
nowadays.
Yeah.
Not to change topics too quickly, but I got to ask about superheroes. I'm a big superhero fan.
Huh.
Favorite superhero, right off the top of your head? Who are we talking?
Oh my gosh, favorite superhero. You got to go first.
I was
gotta
a
think about
Gambit.
Excellent. Cool. Big X-Men fan. Awesome.
Gosh, I don't have a superhero that I think of. I can tell you my favorite cartoon superhero when I was a kid was Underdog.
Excellent.
So maybe that's
Cool.
the
I think that
superhero.
flies.
That's right.
That's
Does
the
that fly?
answer right there.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you guys got places to be.
Mhm.
So let me ask you, is there any last thing that you want to say to the audience, whether it be a story, piece of advice, anything you want to say to our audience?
I would just say, in sort of like the general topic of what you're talking about, of interesting things that people get on. This is a absolute fascinating field, and like we said, there's some magical things that happen with what people are capable of doing. And for those who have never experienced massage, I would encourage them take an opportunity to go out and experience that, because it does. It is something that can change a lot about your perspective and the way that you look at life. And if you're interested, or somebody who might be considering, learning a little more about doing it, take some opportunities. There's lots of places to get good training across the country and learn more about what's involved with it.
Very cool. Very cool. Anything, Justin?
Yeah, and just in addition to that, I'd say that the sensation of touch is one of the single most important sensations that we have in our body, and it's important for development in almost every single capacity. And so to have the experience to work one-on-one with a trained practitioner for an hour to an hour and a half and be able to be treated in that way is a really special and kind of enlightening experience.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for your time. I really do
Absolutely.
appreciate it. You guys take care as well.